So we're back again now for the first time in 2 weeks after a turbulent fortnight of losing equipment and having COVID. But it feels good to be back. I'm happy to be back. Are you happy to be back?
Yeah, I'm well happy to be back. I'm actually so buzzing to be back right now. My expression may not say it, but I'm mint.
But the difference is, and the beauty of this episode is, we have new microphones. We've upgraded the equipment, and for the people that may be listening on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, all these streaming platforms. I mean, I don't know who listens to like Amazon Music. If you do, I'm not judging you, but it's pretty dead.
Amazon Music, is that?
It's like an Amazon. It's like this. I was looking online today at like the platforms that we can upload the audio onto, and there's like Deezer. If you go to Deezer, there's Apple Music, obviously, Spotify, obviously. There's Amazon Play, whatever it's called, something like that. So yeah, you can listen to it. Yeah. So
what's it going to be and what we're going to upload to? Are we going to upload to Amazon?
I don't know. I think there's different options and where you can upload it to. I mean, in an ideal world, I mean, we're only really bothered about Spotify and Apple, aren't we? But you know, if you want to grow, you got to grow with the.
Should put it out to the people to see what everyone else is tuning on. I'm sure, like you said, Apple Music and Spotify will be the two main ones, right? But could have some Amazon listeners, some Deezer listeners.
Yeah, some geezers.
Geezers on Deezer.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you're listening in the car, if you're in your ears, if you're in your headphones right now, going through the speakers, yo.
Enjoy the fucking, what's it called? Like, nice smooth voices. I hope we sound good. You know, like when you hear yourself recorded, like when we first started doing it anyway, like we heard ourselves speaking, it was like a bit cringe, innit? But like now, but now it's like it's gonna be even different again. So it's gonna take some time.
I'm not gonna lie. Once this is out on Spotify, I probably will listen back to us on like a journey to work to see what we're like, just to experience it.
I'll just listen during my
I'm
work
a
days.
podcast listener anyway, and to be fair, I've actually started to prefer listening to them on a streaming platform than watch them anyway. I listen to them on the way to work.
Loads of people listen to them though, innit? Like, I think that's more of a podcast thing, innit? Like listening, it's more of an audio thing than a visual. I guess, isn't it? I assume more podcasts are audio than visual. Is that right?
I know there's a lot. I don't know. I mean, I'd say so. I mean, I always took my podcasts in on YouTube, but now since I got Spotify, especially when I moved over, it's just a lot. It's well easy to take in pods on Spotify.
Yeah. Because if you're fully listening to it, you're not engaging on the visuals. It's just the noise, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly,
so like you can't, you're not looking at it.
To be fair, when I've listened to podcasts walking the dog, I listen to, I'd say, when I drive to work, and they are nice. I've even listened to podcasts like when I've been running before, you know, and it was actually all right.
What podcast was it?
You know what? I've listened to a lot of Filthy Fellas recently. They're sick. It's like a football one, but it's like a joke football one. You know, like Lip Shot Licky. Have you seen him? Yeah, he's on it. He's joke. Like Poets on it. There's a few men on there. It's good.
I've never ever listened to a podcast, so I'll be listening to this.
You should listen to a podcast. You should listen to podcasts.
I'm more of a visual guy, me. I'd rather watch it. Probably sounds like I'm like a guy who likes like colouring books and shit. Do you know what I mean?
What?
Like books with pictures.
Oh, right, is that you? Yeah. No, I'd rather look at the pictures.
No, but I'm just giving you like an example. Obviously, just trying to think of something. I'm bad smart, me. I can listen to shit.
Yeah. No, but that's the thing though. Like when you're engaged in the conversation, when you're listening to a pod or whatever, or if you're watching one or whatever. When you're engaged in the conversation, don't matter whether you're watching it or listening to it, at the end of the day, you are engaged and you will take it in if you're interested in it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, if it's like an interesting conversation.
I can. Obviously, I will take it in anyway. I'll do whatever, me. This is going to be my podcast to listen to now, which might be a bit cringy because it's mine. But
musicians, some musicians listen to only listens to his own music. Yeah, he's admitted that.
We've mentioned that on the pod before, actually. Well, you have, and I've been like, what? Yeah, I can see that. If I was Gigs, I'd only listen to his music as well, because Gigs is hard, man.
That's what I mean.
Big up Gigs.
Big up Gigs.
Yeah. How have you been then, mate? How's the fortnight off treated you?
Alright. I mean, don't get me wrong, COVID was a bit peak. I felt a bit minging, you know, for a few days.
Is that the first time you've had COVID? Have you had it before?
As far as I'm aware, the first time I've had it, yeah.
Like legitimate confirmed COVID.
Legit, like I had
COVID-19.
So I felt a bit ropey on the Monday, like, because I went out on the Friday night and I went Blackpool on the Saturday. So I had a bit of like a heavyish weekend because I went out on a Saturday night. And on a Monday morning, I always feel a bit minging. So I was just putting down feeling minging to that weekend because I always do anyway. And then I remember getting in the car driving home from work, and like all my nose and like all my sinuses and my ears were blocked, and like my head was throbbing. I thought, oh mate, I'm coming down with something here. So I got home just to be safe anyway, because they say at work, if you ever feel a bit minging, just be safe and take a lateral. So I thought, right, I'd do it. Did one, and they both came up. The fucking positive line was more red than ever. Like, it was bad. So I went for a PCR test the next day, and it came back that night. I had it. I was positive, and to be fair, I didn't feel that bad. Like, I felt more ill, but then as the days went on, like my back was aching, and I've never been more tired in my life. But it makes me think, because I'm double jabbed, yeah. It makes me think, what if I wasn't double jabbed? Would the strain I've had been fucked? Because I did feel minging, and they do say that the jab was never made to stop people getting COVID. It was made to stop people from dying effectively. Do you know what I mean? And to like lessen the symptoms. Yeah. But I'm pretty confident now. I'm double jabbed. I've had COVID.
Well, now you won't get it again for 6 months because your body's immune to it.
There's
now.
No way I can. Surely I can't get it ever again. Do you know what I mean?
It works. My oldest brother Matt, who lives in London, has been in hospital with COVID.
Yeah.
Like really unwell. Like couldn't move. Fucking proper bad. Like shaking, hot sweats. Didn't eat anything for days. Yeah. Like well bad, mate. It was like
someone at my work said it was my boss. He said that his missus has just had COVID, and he lives in Portugal most of the time. But he said that she had a temperature that high, because apparently if your temperature gets that high, you can just fuck with your mind. And she was like hallucinating and seeing shit and stuff. Like, it was pretty fucked.
Fuck COVID anyway. I can't be out talking about COVID.
Fuck COVID.
Fuck COVID. If you're watching
or listening.
We're
putting our middle fingers up.
I've just flipped my new mic off, double flipped it off, and I also did it to the camera, and I did it again, but not to the viewers, just to COVID. So if you're a viewer with COVID, or a listener, or just COVID in general, suck it, mate.
Right. Okay. So there's two things that I want to talk about today. They're both quite different, but I want to get into. I don't know which one to get into first.
Hit me with whatever you want to hit me with. I'm ready.
Right, so...
Whisper in my ear and I'll say which one first.
Nah, fuck that. Right, so basically, right, okay, I'll hit this one first, right?
No, it's not going to be any cringy west shit, is it?
One of them is. Right, I'll hit you with the obscure one first, right?
Okay.
So I was on TikTok the other day, yeah? Right? And I saw a TikTok, yeah? Basically explaining or trying to argue a conspiracy theory, yeah? Of Jay-Z... Kanye West, Beyonce. Guess what? They're possessed by the fucking devil, mate. Right, let me get onto it. Right? Oh, I wish I could go off this, and I hope this is still recording. Yeah, it is. Right? Webbs, I'm going to send you this picture as soon as we come off, right? And for the people that are listening, I'll try and explain it to you properly, yeah? So, basically, Kanye West, new album coming out. If you've seen it, it's in the Mercedes garage doing his thing, yeah? He's doing that. Obviously, he's planning stage shows, he's planning his tour, and he's just released some new merchandise that's tying in with the new album that's coming out. And that fans around the world are wearing it and whatnot and trying to get hold of it. And obviously, Kanye is like a fashionista anyway. Do you know what I mean? He's a designer, that's what he does. Yeah. So, this new hoodie, yeah, has got this logo on it, yeah? It's like a circle with a triangle in the middle. Right, which when I first heard the conspiracy, I thought, oh, Illuminati, bollocks, whatever. Which I don't think is bollocks, but anyway, it's a different point. It's like a circle, yeah. As I say, for the visuals, it's here, with a triangle in the middle with loads of lines coming out of it. And when they look into it, right, this sign in like ancient history. So this guy made a TikTok, looked into it in ancient history. This logo is like a flag for Satan. Right, it's got the same outline, the same shape. It means the same thing, yeah. Like this symbol symbolizes like the devil, Satan, hell, everything not good in the world, right?
Cool.
And then it flips to a part of Kanye's stage show. The same logo on the floor in this stadium, right? Again, Webbs, I'm going to send you loads of pictures here, right? There's it for the visual. On the floor, it's flames everywhere in a huge circle with this triangle in the middle, yeah. And if flames aren't giving hell vibes, I don't know what are giving hell vibes, yeah. and Kanye West is elevated up in the sky in these like on these strings, yeah, and he's like dancing around rapping, and everyone in the crowd is completely blind to it, right? And it's like this symbol and everything that he's doing, and obviously is one of his last albums being like Joe, where he like found God and that, and yeah, and now he's been in interviews talking about how like his mind's in like two ways, and like he looks at things differently now, and like he's following his God and all that, blah blah blah. Yet he's so compelled and so faithful with this like religion or this ideology, this idea, and yet he's showing these signs that relate to Satan. That's a bit fucked. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Then I go on to Jay-Z now. Jay-Z, here's another picture for the viewers. Jay-Z always makes this sign, yeah. He's been known for it. I didn't know of this, but he's been, yeah, you see, that's this sign, right? This triangle sign. So I've got my two thumbs and my index fingers together to make a triangle, right? He's been doing this, and he's been doing it for years. This sign, again, relates back to some old geezer back in the black and white days, who's, again, something to do with Satan and the devil, and he's making this fucking sign, right? And then this TikTok looks into all of his like lyrics and things like that, and he talks about fucking death and all these dark and scary things.
He used to do that sign when he scored for United. Rooney could be a devil, red devil.
Yeah. And then again, Beyonce, the same thing. Obviously, she's married to Jay-Z, so maybe they're sharing these same ideologies, right? And fucking, I've seen that video of her on stage where she's like something comes. But have you seen it where it's a bit fucked? Have you seen that video?
Don't think I have, you know. You may have to show me afterwards.
Yeah, but she's on stage, she's dancing. Let us know if you've seen this, yeah. She's on stage and she's dancing, and like her eyes roll to the back of her head, and she's like mad. And then all of a sudden, like she comes back round and she's like that.
Maybe she's just proper feeling the vibe of the track.
Possibly, but it's all a bit fucked. I like to believe it because it blows my mind.
Okay, so what's your question, or is that just you stating a fact?
Do you reckon it could be real?
Well, first of all, for your Kanye thing, Kanye West is like going through a bad time anyway because he's just been left with his wife. Like, they split up. And when people go through hard times in lives, sometimes you turn like it's like what J Hus says. I think it's J Hus. You only turn to religion when you're stressed or something like that. So all this like weird shit was probably just fucking with his head anyway. Do I think Kanye West is the devil? Is that what you're asking me? Or do I think Kanye West, Jay-Z and Beyonce are like a triage of devils?
I mean, they might not work together, but maybe they share the same beliefs and ideologies of Satan and death and scary things.
Right, yeah, potentially could do. Definitely not disputing that. But my personal opinion is probably not. Probably just weird ways to get influences to make music. And even if you do weird stuff like that, it gets people who maybe aren't interested in the music, who are maybe just... what's the word? When you just like make theories up.
A conspiracy theories, yeah.
And like maybe they're just conspiracies and it gets more people talking and stuff like that. So to answer your thought, statement, question, I don't think they are, but that is weird because they're weird guys. Kanye West is a weird guy anyway, mate. Kanye West is fucked, yeah. And like you see him back to his album, like you see like all the videos like when he's in that stadium and he's like there's no sound to any of it and they're all like dancing and that, but like you can't hear it. And that one where like the Migos are with him as well, and the beat's like bad West, like it's not really catching. He's just like bopping his head like that, like he's going in, but I don't know.
He's a strange character, isn't he, Kanye West? It's like
he's a genius at the same time.
No, he is a genius. Do not get me wrong. And to be fair, sometimes he's on in the office yet, and Kanye West has got some bangers. Hey. Even his newest, like the the Summit Pablo one, Joe the Orange, Life of Pablo. Yeah, that's got some bangers on it.
Kanye West, Heartless. Wow.
Yeah, wow. He is a genius, yeah, but it makes you think though, like this. There's always like ideas of like Hollywood, like the top end of Hollywood, yeah. And it's like a bit, there's like fuck things going on. And to be fair, yeah, Kevin Hart said this right on Joe Rogan's podcast, right? He didn't like bait anyone out, didn't grass anyone out, because maybe these celebrities, yeah, maybe they're tied into a truce where if you walk into that door and you see all these fuck things going on, yeah, if you out it, you're gonna get killed, you're gonna die. Do you know what I mean? You'll never. or whatever.
Can't sit with us.
And he basically, Kevin Hart tried to explain that, like, he's saying when you get to like the top end of Hollywood, yeah, when you're in proper A-lister, yeah, making all these millions of dollars and whatnot, he said when you get behind that curtain, where it's just the A-listers and it's the most famous people in the world, he's like, you will not believe the shit that you see. Do you know what I mean? And he's like pretty adamant about that. And he's got a new thing as well where he's like, it's like a talk show where he sits down with celebrities. It's only just started coming out, where he sits down with celebrities and stuff. And he sat down with, I think it was Kelly Clarkson, you know, the singer. And she's about to say something, and he's going, no, we can't say that, sort of thing. Like, she's trying to defer to the mad shit that's been put in her face, and he's like, no, we can talk about anything, but we can't talk about
exposing them and that, like, on a big platform. Obviously, they're not going to allow that, are they?
Yeah. And there was a thing as well. There was like an actor. He wasn't like an A-lister like that, but he'd been in a few films. And it was on that. Did you see that Pizzagate documentary? Did you ever watch that?
I think I did. Yeah, I did watch that.
And there was like a celebrity in that, like an actor who like was claiming that all these A-listers are like paedophiles. There's a paedophile ring. There's this. And he's like saying, "I'm gonna die soon. Like I'm gonna end up dying. Like I'm just gonna let you know that this mad shit's happening." 2 days later, he's been in an apparent car crash and he's found dead. It's a bit fucked, isn't it?
I don't help the pedo ring people, but if weird stuff like that keeps happening.
I've heard it's Tom Hanks. Allegedly.
Yeah, Tom Hanks as well.
Allegedly. In that documentary, yeah, allegedly. Please, Tom Hanks, if you're listening, don't sue us.
Sue us, Tom.
But allegedly, yeah, this woman claims in this documentary, yeah, that Tom Hanks purchased her from her family for like millions of dollars. Nice. And then there's like some mad ring, this mad place where like it's like the Jeffrey Epsteins and all that, and like the Donald Trumps and all them fucked people. Island. Yeah. But it's like underground, and it's literally like a big, I don't even know how to describe it, like a big underground arena where there's literally, it's disgusting, yeah, but loads of little kids walking about, and it's literally a free-for-all for all these like mad people. It's fucked.
I don't know if it was on that documentary, but I seen a thing where it's like they're selling wardrobes on eBay, and each wardrobe, like, they're like ridiculous prices, and it's just like a picture of like a standard wardrobe, and the description of the wardrobe's like white wardrobe, whatever height, and like the name, like a name, like let's say, I don't know, like Tiffany, something like that, yeah, like a name and like loads of details about it, and like the wardrobes have got like bids on them for like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pounds, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, and like apparently like that's like a way to like filter through it, like Pizzagate thing, and like you know where you see where it is, or like you know what it's going to be, so you go onto eBay or another site and purchase it, and then they send you something in that wardrobe or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
That doc explained how like there was like an investigator who wanted to look into this like thing of all these like sick people, right? And like he was like surfing like the dark, like I think he was just searching the normal World Wide Web. I don't think he was on the dark web or anything like that. And he was looking for all these like clues that he'd seen on like Tom Hanks' Instagram, and all these like random numbers that don't mean anything when you just look at it randomly. But when he started to piece all these things together from different people and that, and looking into it, he came onto like, I want to say like a German website. It was like a German internet, like European website or whatever. And like he goes on to like through a link, and it takes him through this like portal, and there's like bare explicit kiddie images. And it's just taking him through, like, he clicks on one link, puts in one number here, takes him through to this next thing, and then all of a sudden, there's a load of fucking kiddie porn in front of him.
What would be a pedo, man?
Yeah,
it has to be. It has to be like a mental disorder, doesn't it?
No, it 100% is an illness. You know what I mean? It 100% is an
You've
illness.
got to be really unwell. So if that's the case, do you treat them? Like, do you try and help people like that?
This is another documentary I've watched. Have you seen that, Luke? No, straight up. I think the death penalty personally. But there's a documentary, a Louis Theroux documentary, yeah, that if you've not watched it, yeah, I actually highly recommend watching it, yeah. It's like a facility in America, and like something, because each state in America's got different laws on it, like they're all run differently. So there's like a facility for these people who are like convicted sex offenders, paedophiles, yeah, for stuff with like, sex offenders. And it's literally like a prison, but like more of like a leisure camp. They're not behind bars, rather than like their own little rooms, and they have like activities and stuff like that.
Like rehab.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's like a big rehab center, and it's like a place where they like castrate them, but like mentally, they don't like physically, chemically castrate them. Do you know what that is? Yeah. So they don't like physically castrate them, but they like mentally like change the way they think, so they're not attracted to kiddies. They're attracted to like normal age people or whatever, or not attracted to anyone. As long if you're not attracted to them, you're not going to hurt anyone. Do you know what I mean? But like they keep them there, and then when they feel like they've got to reach a certain point and they pass the test and all that, like apparently they put them in like a room, and they put like a little rubber ring on like a little piece of string round the willy, and they'll put like teasing pictures, not like proper porn, but they might show like a little girl on a beach, and it'll flick to the next thing, and then it'll stick to like. Do you know when people go to like therapy and they'll say, "What do you see in this picture?" Stuff like that, and then obviously if they get aroused, the people outside the room will obviously feel like they'll know that they're getting aroused, and that's when you know that they're not. You know what I mean? They're not cooperating, sort of thing. But the thing is though, what they do is in this facility is that like at the end of it, they'll say, right, okay, we need to find this person. This person's now better. We need to find them a house, and then they'll ask about. But then they'll go, do you want a sex offender living there? They have to ask all the people in the area, and everyone says no, so they never get to leave anyway. Really, it's very rare that they do leave.
Got something on, and you go on sex offenders list. How embarrassing must that be? To be fair, you deserve the embarrassment because you're a weirdo anyway.
I think you should just get the death penalty, really, but it's not going to happen, is it?
Well, like you rehabilitate people for all sorts in it, and if that's what they want to do for that, then you're just stupid as well. So I'll just get banged out.
I don't really know how we got onto that point. What was we talking about before that?
COVID and like nonsense. Oh, Jay-Z and Kanye West and that. Pizzagate. Sod that anyway, mate. I can't be arsed with that shit, mate. All pedos should get banged out. What's the other thing you wanted to talk about? Another weird thing.
Now, this one I wanted to talk about. We're taking it back to basics here.
Hit me.
And I know exactly what your reaction is going to be to this question. Yeah.
You seem to know my reaction, don't you? Because it's going to be somewhat West.
I know, right? And I thought about this question before. Yeah, I sat at my desk before at work and I thought, right, okay, I'm thinking about this. How can I ask Will this question later on? Is there such thing now? For people our age, let's not think about people that are older than us, like parents and stuff. Is there such thing for people our age in this generation as making love? And when I say that, I say that to say this: is casual sex become too casual with people at our age? Do you know what I mean? Does sex not mean as much as what it has done to other generations before? And what it might mean to some, I'm not saying sex doesn't mean this for everyone, but like I feel like now people take sex a lot more freely and they don't take it as seriously as what past generations have done.
Well, yeah, definitely. Like back in the day, you couldn't sleep with someone if you didn't live with them. Do you know what I mean? Like my mum and dad, like they had to live with each other before they could like do anything. Do you know what I mean? Like nowadays, like with social media and stuff like that, like it's easy, innit? You have dating apps designed for like dating and hookups and stuff like that. Like so, it's easier than ever. Making love. I mean, if you've got a partner and you're with them for a bit, can you make love to someone that you only you're sleeping with them the first time?
This is what I'm saying.
If you don't know them for so long.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why you can't technically make love with someone you don't love. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, do you become so like used to having? I'm not saying that we have loads and loads of sex all the time. That's not what I'm saying. But like for people that have gone so long with sleeping with X amount of people, and then when they finally come to like settling down with their girlfriend, do you see it as sex, or do people our age now just see it as do they see it as making love as such, or do they see it as like just sex? Do you know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I see the thing the other day, and it was like the more you have sex, like every time you have sex, it's like you have a connection with someone, and like the more sex that you have, like eventually that connection wears out. It's weird. I was thinking about that today, actually. No, like not on that basis, but I can't say. Nah, but like I was thinking like porn stars, yeah, their job is to have sex. So do they ever make love?
That's what I'm saying. But here's another thing, another documentary I've watched. Yeah,
should make a documentary.
I would fucking love to make a documentary.
Little plug there for the documentary fans.
Yeah. Another Louis Theroux one. He goes to a brothel in America, and like these prostitutes, some of them just do it because they love sex.
Is Lou through that guy who listens to like Unknown Tea and he's like loving it? Right.
Yeah. He's a gangster. You should actually. His docs are
He's
actually.
pretty funny.
His documentaries are actually sick.
Them Unknown Tea ones are pretty funny.
Yeah, he actually is sick. But anyway, like he goes and some prostitutes at this brothel, yeah, because it's in this state where prostitution's actually it's legal. It's a bit mad, but some people do it straight up because they love sex. Other people do it for a job, and some people find the ability to be able to disconnect the sex they have at work and what they have with a partner. Some of these prostitutes actually have partners, and they go to work and just have sex all day.
Well,
Do you know what I mean?
If you love someone and then you just have sex for sex, like, it is what it is, isn't it? I guess you can have a stronger connection with someone, but clearly, that if that's their job, then sex can't be a big thing. Then, can it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's tough. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't feel like I don't know. Maybe this sounds a bit weird, but I don't know if I've ever actually made love. And when I think about when you think about the concepts behind it, you expect it to be some like think of like the coming of two people. It's more than one way, and it's like passionate and like everything.
You never had passionate sex?
Yeah, I have, but it's not like where like everything like into like Joe, where like people say yeah, your soul's intertwined and all this mad shit and like
Yeah, fuck that, mate. You're fucking 22.
I know what I'm saying. Maybe I'll experience that at a later date in life,
Yeah.
but I've slept with people that I like a lot, and it's not like felt like.
I don't know. Yeah, I understand what you mean. I mean, to answer your question, I think making love is probably a thing and like can be done, but it just has to be the right person. But you question if it is like a thing because it's not so common. Because you just said then that you don't think you've ever had it. So why would you think, oh yeah, it is still a thing if you've never experienced it yourself?
Yeah, that's true.
You could speak to someone who's been with their partner for ages and been like, yeah, every time I have fucking sex with her, we make love, it goes off. Like, could be the case. I don't know. You could D in that. I don't know. That's what defines it, man.
Yeah, what does define making love? Like, what actually does
Candles
define making
lit, a little drink and that.
I know, yeah, people right now, yeah, people are out here. Do you know what I mean? Like, people like sex now, like, it can't mean as much as what it used to, you know, because like, there's no way because people are on fucking.
You don't even have to meet people like out. You can just meet them over the internet.
That's what I mean.
Like, it's not a thing, innit? You can't. How can you make love to someone that you just meet like over your phone?
Yeah, exactly. If you said if you asked your parents, right? Well, I'm not gonna say ask your parents this, yeah, but if you like, if you're open enough to ask your mum and dad this question, yeah, like if they thought when they were, so my mum and dad are like 50, yeah, so if they thought 30 years ago when they were like 20, 21, 22, yeah, do you really think that like you could meet someone that you've never met before and then just sleep with them? Straight up, no way. Like the life didn't work that way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so especially with like social media. And that,
do you know what I mean?
That thing for them. They could probably do it on like a night out. Yeah. Like, that's different. Like actually meeting someone in person and doing it. But like hookups and making love in inverted fingers are like different things, aren't they? I guess they fully are. But I think it is possible. It is still a thing. Just depends who it's with. Would you make love if you bagged Georgia Smith? Would you make love to her?
I'd make love every single second of every single blood clot day.
Must be a thing then.
Nah, I don't know.
Could be love for you though.
Who knows? Maybe me and Georgia Smith wouldn't connect like that. I mean, I hope we would.
Love for one of you might not be love for the other one. That must be a sad thing. If you're balls deep in a gal and you're like, we're making love right now, and she's like, have you finished yet? You know what I mean?
The case with me and Georgia Smith.
Yeah, well,
yeah, I love. I finished.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I was
finished after 10 minutes.
tucked in bed. Nah, man. Let us know if you make love and that. Obviously, don't let us know because I don't want to know. Just let us know if you've experienced.
If you think though, like even deeper into the context of like of having sex, yeah, like if you actually strip it down to basics and think about what it is, caveman days, yeah. Sex wasn't, I don't know, maybe it was, but sex was used to repopulate. Sex is made. We are animals, yeah, effectively, yeah. We are creatures, we're mammals, yeah. Dogs and cats and rhinos and hippos and shit, they don't have sex for a laugh, for whatever. Do you
think so?
Not for pleasure. No, I feel like they do it to...
Nah, I disagree with you there. You not see, like, for example, dogs. if you like walk your dog and like there's a dog like trying to shag everything, that's not thinking fucking hell I need to repopulate now. That's just like a horny dog.
Yeah, maybe that's a bad example. But when you see these programs, like for example, a fish, right? It's in the David Attenborough shit, right? A fish,
Blue Planet and that.
Yeah. So like when fish repopulate, right? A female fish would be in the sea, in the ocean, and then like she'll set off a signal to say, "Hey, I'm ready to populate," and then all these fish will swarm around her.
Like penguins.
Yeah.
Penguins are a good one.
So like some animals do that, and like I don't know, maybe we're different because we're more like complex animals, but the idea of sex is to technically repopulate. That's what it's designed to do. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe for animals as part of the food chain, isn't it? I guess like we're a lot more conscious and like we've developed fucking social media. We developed dating sites to get more sex. Like, you know what I mean? Why'd you make Johnny's then?
Yeah, that's for just I think AIDS made that, but
AIDS made it, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's for safe sex. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to be safe. Johnny's a dead man.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Listen. I'll always like. I've always asked, me personally, like if I'm like unless I don't have one, like, but I always say because in my house, in my room, I've got a stash, and if I've got a girl there, I will say just to be polite. Do you want me to wear a condom? Do you want me to put a Johnny on? I would. And sometimes, and if they say no, then it's like gassed. But if they don't, then it is what it is.
Not being bangers, I wouldn't ask, but I'd want to check that they were protected if they were like on the pill or have an implant or something.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, I'll just back myself. You know what I mean? Oh, if it's not the case, I'll just back myself. I'm raising my eyebrows there.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I have backed myself on previous occasions, but it's like I don't know. I think when you're doing it, and when you slap a Johnny on, it is dead. And that's the thing. I realised this at a point in life where like I remember when at the early stages of me doing it, I was wearing them, and then that first time I didn't wear one.
It's mad, isn't it?
Oh my lord!
It's like swimming with flippers. It's got that boost, man. You know what I mean? Do you get me? You know, you got the big flippers on it when you're doing swimming lessons and that, and then you got the flippers on that one day, and you're swimming rapid. You know what I mean? You got that boost there. Do you know I think they might have already designed it, or they're on. It's almost done, a male contraceptive pill.
Yeah. I'd be wearing the fuck out of that, me. If it means I can go bareback with everyone, then I'm doing it.
Want that? I'd still be like, take yours, love. You know what I mean?
No, what?
So you'd be prescribed a male what's it called? A male perception.
Contraception.
Contraception. Contraception pill. Yeah. You would like. 'Cause it's like a prescription, isn't it?
Yeah.
Getting them. So like that.
The thing is, though, I don't know girls. I know this is a thing because I know girls who have been on the pill and whatnot. We all have, The pill's not that good for you, you know. It's really, and I feel sorry for you. I'm grateful that you do this for us,
girls
because it's
pattern it for guys, The girls out there that are on the pill and that, and obviously if they're getting active, then they're getting active and they're gonna need it.
I take my hats off to every single girl that takes the pill, because it can fuck some girls up, man.
Yeah, it can fully. It can give you mood swings, put weight on, shit like that. But some girls, it's like a drug anyway. Some girls get on the pill, when they go off the pill, then they're just as bad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and the menstrual cycles can fuck up as well, which isn't good for you. Do you know what I mean?
It's not good, man. It's not good. But big up all you gal out there who do it, because for the man them, it's a buzz. But would you take that then? A male contraceptive?
I mean, it depends what. I mean, I'm guessing it'll just stop me from coming.
Surely it's not like a night out thing. Like before you go on a night out, you're feeling lucky tonight. Fuck it, I'm gonna pop a male contraceptive.
Yeah, that makes you think it's one of them like.
Then man could just be like, I'm on the pill.
Yeah, and they're not. Yeah, they're not. But the thing is, though, it's like it must be one obviously that you'd have to take before you have sex, because it's not like you can bust case and go, I'm going to take them all and after the pill. Do you know what I mean? My cum will come back.
Oh, innit? Yeah, and then it liquidates.
I don't know, but I don't know. Would I take it? I don't know. That's the question. Is when you get older, would you have to snip?
I don't know. I wouldn't want to, but I don't know. Is it healthy for you having the snip? Like dogs?
I don't know. It's not. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't kill you.
What actually is it? Like, what do they snip off? Don't cut off your balls, do they? I don't want that.
My dad's had it as well. I'm just Dad, come here.
What do they actually cut off then?
I don't know. I had it in my head that they actually tied two things together. It's not. It's just called the snip because it's just.
I thought snip was like cutting off your foreskin.
That's circumcision. Oh yeah, that's it. Have you been circumcised?
I know something like that.
I do.
The vasectomy works by stopping sperm getting into a man's semen. The fluid that he ejaculates, the tubes that carry the sperm from a man's testicles to the penis are cut.
So
it sounds painful.
They cut something because they can't airbend now, innit? So they. So they cut something that stops your sperm getting to your semen. So they stop the swimmers, and then they
cut the tubes that carry the sperm.
So they do cut something. I wonder if that's
it. No, I'm not.
Do you reckon that's a tricky surgery? Do they have to open up?
Nah, they'll do it. This is one thing that I've learned is like these surgeons are different gravy, mate. They are fucked. Like they are so good at what they do. And these people that do that's the thing though, yeah. When I got that lump cut out my neck, I saw a surgeon that specialised in cutting lumps out of people's necks.
Yeah, well, there's all sorts.
Do you know what I mean? That's why they're so specific now. So like these people, these surgeons that do.
Say here though, it doesn't change a man's sexual desire. So it don't make you any less horny.
Oh yeah.
They won't do that. Just like it's like.
Change your ability to reach an orgasm.
Yeah, it's just a block. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but you just won't come.
Will you still come, but maybe nothing in it?
Yeah, you just be shooting blanks.
Yeah, so that's chill. That's chilling then. Wonder if it tastes the same for birds.
No, because nothing will come out.
No, but you could still come.
Yeah, but no, you feel the sensation of an orgasm, but it just doesn't come out.
No, does it not still come out?
No, because you seal it, don't you, with heat.
Does it not like? This is a bit weird, but does it not like build up and like? Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
You must still be able to come. The swimmers are dead.
Did you see the picture of that monkey that's got blue balls? like a full grey monkey, and like it's like in a rainforest.
It's like me after 3 hours of kissing a girl.
Yeah, 3 hours of foreplay, and it's got like a red dick and bright light blue balls, and it's like, oh great, mad that.
There's one thing there. There's one thing that I hate seeing. Yeah, it's when my dog's got a lipstick dick. Man, I hate that shit. It makes me feel weird, bro. It makes me feel weird.
Like Joel's dog, like that shags for there. You seeing it?
Yeah. My dog was well bad for it, and then we got his balls done.
Yeah, it's bangers that.
It is bangers, but sometimes it's got to be done.
Because it helps preserve life, doesn't it?
Derek
you live longer. Yeah, you got done really early days. Feel bad.
It is bangers because imagine being like.
And you would, someone owned you, and they were like,
saw.
right, I'm gonna cut your balls off, and then you got to wear a cone for a week. And imagine, well, as a dog, like wanting to scratch your balls or lick your balls, and you just couldn't do it. But that's torture, that man. I'm gonna cut them out.
Yeah, just gonna.
And be like,
You're
sorry,
right, mate.
Fucking hell. Don't need to hate that. Yeah, it is what it is, though, isn't it? I guess preserves life. So
Yeah.
cuddle your dog if he's had his balls cut off, because you don't know how they're feeling.
Cuddle your dog's balls.
No, they're not there anymore, are they? If they've been.
Yeah, but Matt Wilson's, they're like, he's got a sack there and it just like dangles like that. There's just no balls in it. It's West in it.
Eric's kind of like flat now. Like, can't really see the sack. I don't know. I haven't looked in a while, so
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna.
I mean,
Give him a treat,
yeah. I mean that's nice.
chew tie, something like that. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I guess I don't really know what else to say now. I mean, I've made my point. We were talking about male contraception.
How do we get on to cutting your dog's balls off? Well, to be fair, it's kind of the same topic, just not.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll make a contraceptive pill for dogs. That's a market to dip into. Dip your balls into.
That's the thing though. Like I feel like if you go on this is what I'm saying. Yeah. If this is what puts me off having thinking about the contraceptive pill for a man is that like sperm is made of testosterone. Like that's why. You know what I mean? It's testosterone. So it's like, can you not like think that? I don't know. Maybe it's just the same as having the snip, but like being on the pill, will it not just like alter your levels of testosterone and like all those things? And like testosterone in a man is like one of the main ingredients of what makes a man a man. Do you know what I mean? So will it not just send you on a massive crash and then send you right back up? And it might be a bit like being on steroids. Though.
Yeah, it could just mess with your body, innit? Mentally, physically. Don't know, man. They need to do testing. I wonder if they'll test it on dogs.
Yeah, this was because I had this conversation. I'm not going to say who this person is.
Bangers testing on animals, by the way.
I'm not gonna out this person, but I was having a conversation with someone who's been on VAR, and like he said that if Anavar's like a steroid, like for people that don't know, so he was on it, and he was like smashing the gym, like he'd never felt more confident. It felt like, do you know what I mean? It felt like he could take on anything.
Yeah.
And then when he came off it, the crash that he felt, he felt next level depressed, because he went from cloud 9 literally straight back down, and it fucked with him, mate.
One of my brother's mates did it, and he was like, he used to lift a lot of weights. He's a big guy, and he used to go out, and he could walk into a bar in a room, and he's just like, I can just bang anyone in here. Like, I just feel like the bollocks. Like that's the pedestal that it puts you on. But
and then to come off that,
imagine like the hit that would be. You don't realise what it would do psychologically, do you? I guess.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs, man. Hugs not drugs, man.
That's it.
Any form of drugs. That's us.
That's facts.
Hugs not drugs crew. Big up no drugs. I know a girl, plastic surgery wise, like you said, it's amazing how the doctors are. They're all like specialists in the fields. I was looking at some girls. She had a nose job, and like, no offense to this girl. What's that? Yeah. No offense to this girl. Like, her nose is a bit pointy and that. There's no wrong with it though. Like, there's a bit of a pointy nose. And like all they did was like scrape a little bit like at the top of the nose, like in the middle bridge of the nose, and scrape it back, and she looked well there. Like,
it's crazy what it can do to someone's appearance, isn't it?
Yeah, and confidence as well. I can imagine, like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we've spoken a few times in it about like cosmetic surgery and stuff, but the doctors, man, they're geniuses, bro. Like, they actually are sick.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like geniuses.
It makes me like. It makes you realise that these people that are like doctors, like it's not like obviously, so much work goes from being at uni and doing all that stuff.
Yeah, you've got to take years in it to be a doctor.
But it's like these people must have been like so clever, even when they were like kids and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they must like I feel like doctors, like they're at school. I think in order to be a doctor and to be a good one at that, I feel like you need to be in like year 7, 8, year 9. Think right, I want to be a doctor.
Yeah, you got to do like 5 years of medical school, innit? Weren't there a bird in Love Island who was medical, something like that?
Medical
one now. Student. Yeah, no one now. Was the one in Love Island program a medical student bird? Yeah. I thought so. I swear she was in for 5 years. I swear I seen a clip of it. That's mad though. That was commitment in it, as it is for most things, I guess. But like surgeons are sick. Like actually are mint, and not even just like cosmetic ones, like fucking heart transplants and shit like that. Imagine doing that, bro.
Yeah,
Jesus, that's bad pressure.
Some people go in surgery, for like, I swear, don't people do it for like 18 hours? Like, I wonder what the longest ever session in theatre is. Yeah. Can you Google that, Ben?
What's the longest time someone's been in
theatre? In surgery.
And not watching plays.
Because imagine staying up for that, or do they swap over? The surgeons swap over? I can't imagine.
I swear I've seen pictures of like people like credit to the doctor who worked for so many hours like straight and something like that. And they're all like sweating and that.
How do you keep your concentration for that?
In 1951,
fucking hell.
Gertrude Lewandowski of Burnitz underwent a 96-hour procedure at a Chicago hospital to remove a giant ovarian cyst.
96 hours
on a ovaries. 96 hours.
And that's in 1951. She must have been awake, or she had something.
Yeah. They said the longest surgery on average is a total knee replacement, which can take fucking hell.
How long?
That's a recovery period. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I was gonna say it won't take months.
4 days though, the longest surgery.
4 days longest surgery.
4 days surgery. That's mad, you know.
Imagine if you were scared of that shit as well. To be fair, you'd be asleep half the time. But imagine waking up like and only they'd been done. They would have had it then, but it wouldn't be like the same medical shit.
1945. That's like 6 years.
It's probably it probably wouldn't take that long now, would it? Obviously not. It wouldn't take 4 days for that now.
Nah.
I'll
be real. Yeah, the thought of surgery, like proper surgery, absolutely scares the living daylight.
Well, if you're asleep, then you're not gonna know, innit?
But even that, even the point of being put to sleep scares the living daylight out of me.
It's peak, that, innit? Just don't break your leg or something.
I mean, sometimes
don't get a cyst on your ovary.
Yeah.
Just chill out with them cysts, man.
Like my mum's had surgery a couple of times, and like she was put under. And it's mad. Apparently, you're just there, and then the next minute you open your eyes and you're fucking back. But
it's like falling asleep, isn't it?
But the process, and maybe I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it, but like the idea of like having absolute zero control, being flat out, not knowing what's going on, and someone's cutting into your body, oh, it just sends me under, bro. I can't lie.
Not nice, that is it? It's like even like getting needles. So people don't like getting injections and shit, do they? Because the thought of it goes under. I remember when I had my blood taken in like, I think it was like my elbow, like this bit of my elbow here, and like it was a while ago, but yeah, my blood taken. I was just looking at it, and like I could see it all coming out in this syringe, and I felt a bit lightheaded. I was like, why the fuck am I looking at this? Because like even that something so small is minging. Like imagine even worse than that. Imagine being awake for hanging shit. I wonder what's the worst surgery that you can have where they don't put you to sleep.
I mean, my nana, when she had a hip replacement, she was awake, but she was just numb.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and it's like getting your teeth done, innit?
Yeah.
Bare fucking shit in there. Bangers that.
Yeah, it's mad.
Bangers.
That is mad.
Run that for 5 minutes.
Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna call that a wrap.
Yeah, I think we should wrap it
Because it's 8 o'clock and I'm hungry. But yeah, big up everyone for listening. Sorry that was really loud. My face was right next to
Hopefully the audio is sounding good and we'll listen back and it
yeah,
will
hopefully
pattern
it's
out.
sounding crisp. If you've enjoyed listening to this in your car, in your headphones, on your dog walk, on your run, anywhere on the
In the gym,
anywhere on your streaming devices, yeah,
In the gym.
big up, share it, like it, add it to playlists. It'll help us out on the algorithm and hopefully it'll recommend it to more people. This is Project Boxed Off. Let's get a Spotify deal and
Dead
make
right.
thousands of pounds
But
every single month.
We're not forgetting the YouTube crew though, so if you're a visual watcher,
Yeah, big up.
watch
everyone,
our ugly
watch it,
faces.
yeah. Share that.
big up yourselves.
Subscribe to that.
Keep doing
Respect.
our thing. We're back on the grind.
Yeah, man. Oh, by the way, do you know Cam said he's going to make a theme tune for us?
Oh, did it?
Yeah. So
Like
that's
a
coming
jingle?
soon. Hopefully, yeah. Cam Stockman, if you're listening or watching, yeah. Where's the theme tune, bro?
Theme tune soon, land.
Theme tune. Sing the theme tune. Right.
Say
Respect everyone. Bye.
fellow.
Let the cameras go off before you do the audio.
Should I do a little song to end out the audio? I'm gonna have a drag of this, me. Wonder if they can hear that.